This is actually a video out there stretching back a week or so. I do apologize for being late on this one, but a lot of news has been dropping, and this one is a video that likely will get me a bit unhinged, maybe a bit angry. I want to preface the video by saying make sure to go check out all of ZLaner's videos as well as the response videos from his accuser, that being Bad Boy Beeman. In case you guys somehow have missed both those responses from ZLaner, they are some lengthy videos, but for context, you probably should go watch them all the way through, as well as Bad Boy's video, because I will be probably critiquing his side of things, as he did go after ZLaner and has gone after several top names in the Warzone space. What he says, voicing his opinion, and all I gotta say right away is I don't mean any ill will towards the guy, but when your opinion insinuates that several top Warzone streamers, creators, and pro players, top earners in all-time Warzone are cheating, you are going to get these kind of responses. When you accuse the best of the best with what by a lot of eyes out there, by a lot of eyes, is lackluster evidence and what has been claimed to be manipulated clips, you lose a lot of credibility, and you should expect backlash when you call out the best of the best, because there's a lot of talk in the town when it comes time for Warzone streamers and players who do cheat. Of course, the lack of an anti-cheat leads a lot of people to think that people instantly are cheating, but the weird thing out there and thought process of some people that all of the top names are cheating together and thus they're not going to rat out another top name that is cheating is ridiculous to me. And to think that all of the top names would let another top name get away with cheating is also really weird to me. But some people, hey, I'm a weirdo. Some people think that weird way. Let's first talk about ZLaner's response, though, to being accused and insinuated of cheating. I don't think Bad Boy would deny that. Throughout his video about ZLaner, he directly insinuates that he is sketchy and that is potentially hacking or cheating. Z, in his first response, gives us a webcam, a hand cam, shows his actual monitor and other gameplay as well. A nice 28 kill game, to which does not prove much, right? He just proves that legit he is a very talented player. It doesn't prove that he's not cheating, but that's at least the first part of his response.
Oh, nice snipe, bro. Well played. I'm dead here. That's a guarantee. That's fine, though. It's a nice little gameplay. 28 kills, 10k damage. Some very, very solid, solid plays with some nice beams out of the sky, some nice little team wipes. And, yeah, you guys can see the entire gameplay. Monitor cam, hand cam, camera here so you know I'm playing the game. And, yeah, that's basically it, folks. And right before we leave, let's close out of this. Make sure we cross everything off the list. Let's open up the task manager. Call of Duty is now closed. Scroll through everything.
And I would say the most important part of ZLaner's response comes when he actually proves that Bad Boy Beeman and his accusation towards ZLaner had manipulated at least one clip to make an aim lock look a bit snappier. What was claimed to be an aim lap, you guys should really check out ZLaner's full video on this one, because if you are going to accuse anyone of hacking or cheating and then cut frames on a clip, so it seems, what Bad Boy claims was a glitch, which I don't really know what that means. What ZLaner pretty blatantly proves is clip manipulation, cutting frames out of a clip to make a snap look all the more snappy. That, to me, you lose all credibility right there in any argument you have going forward if you are willing to do that kind of thing.
What you're going to see is you're going to see on the left-hand side, you see the Haccusation. This is Bad Boy Beaming's footage from his video. And then on the right side, you see my POV from my live stream. This was just from a live stream. You can go check it out you can go check it out. Like, I have it all pre-recorded, all posted up, and he just goes back and watches his footage. On the left-hand side, on the bottom, what I want you to pay attention to, like I said before, pay attention to the Ian James. Pay attention to the name in my donation. Take a look at the name that's scrolling on my live overlays on my stream. Notice how there is a complete pause in the difference, and not just that, obviously the shot itself you can see is snappier. You can see where the frames were actually cut out, and the video isn't paused, anything like that. On the let's take a look. So you see the difference between the two, one being snappier than the other, way snappier. And now we're going to take a look at that exact same clip, but slowed down. So I'm going to do what he likes to do a lot with my footage and slow it down so we can really, really see here that this is 100%. You're going to see the actual stop on the left-hand side. You're going to see where the frames were cut. And on the right-hand side, you're going to just see the video continue to play because it was never, ever cut. And by the way, I'm not doing any video manipulation myself here. You can go and you can see this for yourself on his own YouTube channel. You can see, put them up side by side. There is a big difference, unless he deletes the video soon. You know, we would hate to see that, but I mean, then that would obviously speak for itself. Let's take a look at the slowed version here. And pause. Boom. Instant flick. This is in his video. Let's take a look at that exact same clip. And I'm going to show you the cherry on top of the cake, folks. This is fantastic. So we've already established that there's some cutting going on here. I just wanted to make sure, I wanted to make certain that it just wasn't one of those times, those very rare times, at one of the worst possible times for it to happen, that would make me look extra suspicious that the clip just didn't lag itself. Let's just take a look and I'll show you why that isn't happening. So we notice the cut right here. Look at the Ian James. Boom. There's a cut. No pausing.
From the split second.
And this is the best part of it all, folks. Right here. Take a look at that. Did you just notice what I noticed? In the video that he has playing in the background, he has 3 parts. He has one part that is a real time where I just run in. Then he has a second part where it's slowed down, and a final third part where it is fully slowed down. Now, the thing is like I said, believe me, I knew this guy was delusional. I'm so happy to find out that he's also an idiot, because we caught him slipping up here. In the first part, you clearly see the cut. In the second part, you see it clear as day. It's not even a question. You see the cut, you see the snap, you see the left-hand side of the thing. But take a quick look at the final part. You'll see the snap in the first one, and you'll see it missing in the third one. He forgot to manipulate the third and final slowed down version. He forgot to cut the clip.
That enemy
Let's just take a look.
Goes down instantly, flicks onto the other downed enemy. Watch this now.
So we see it snap. We see the Ian James name, pause and snap. And the third and final take, folks. Let's take a look at the Ian James name, folks. Tell me if this splits. Doesn't split at all. Not even a little bit.
You see that? So from the split second, that enemy is...
And ZLaner does his due diligence in clearing up the misconceptions and perceptions of different gameplay. Now, I'm not going to fully blame Bad Boy for this, but perspective-wise, whether it's the raw footage that Z sees or the, the VOD footage that we see, unfortunately, from different perspectives, you're going to get different looks at the game, especially when it comes time for the gas inside Warzone. Not going to fully blame Bad Boy for this, because even Z's teammates or partners on stream, like Huskers, have been like, what the heck are you seeing? But there is a clear, distinct difference between what Z sees from his first-person raw footage and what we see watching the stream or someone else's perspective, which is an obvious huge flaw in the game when there are so many people being called out for hacking and cheating.
Who knows if Hudson here...
I'm sorry, teammate. I'm sorry.
All right, don't report this guy. Another guy.
I love that eyebrow raises after every single time I kill someone in like the most normal way possible. It's like, ooh, ooh. It's like, what are you doing, man? Where are you? Where are you? And this final part right here, where we're in the gas.
I hate this getting it.
Can't even see. And I completely beam this guy. And that's the entire clip from his YouTube video that he posted to his channel. Now I'm going to show you my POV so you can see clearly that I can see these guys in the gas. It's not even a question. So you see this first guy right here at the very top. I already know he's there. Taking my time. I still see him in the gas. I can see him moving. This guy's also trying to attack the big names as a strategy to just be able to get more views. He'll put my name in his videos. He'll put Husker's names, Aiden's names, all these people that we know are not hacking, and he'll put them in his videos. And he obviously has some kind of agenda here. He's making the clips shorter. He's making the clips lower quality. Like, you can't, It's just, you can't make this stuff up. This is ridiculous. And again, you'll see on this rock right up here, we don't really need to see this part where I just beam these guys. Now, we already know this guy is over here behind this rock near the gas, so I'm just holding this angle very nicely. And yet again, for a split second, you can see, and you can pause the video or do whatever you need if you need to, but you can see this guy's shadow. I can see this guy move to the right side. Just because on spectates, the gas doesn't always look the same to you as it does for me. And that last part right there is the final thing I'll break down in this clip. You notice how Husk is, how do you even see that guy? And Beaming is probably thinking the exact same thing. How could you possibly see this guy, Z? Well, here's a great example. I even broke it down in my POV. I say it right here.
Oh my god, I couldn't even see it. How could you see him?
Just because on spectates, the gas doesn't always look the same to you as it does for me. And for anyone that has played Warzone for like a decent amount of time, anyone that puts a lot of time into this game, and if you ever die and you spectate your teammates, there are times where you can see through the gas very clearly, but on the spectate mode, sometimes it just looks like the gas is much more thick for whatever reason. I have no idea why. And I will give you evidence of that right here. I'll show you Husker's POV. This is from his live stream spectating me. We're going to see those same clips where you can clearly see these people in the gas from my POV. But from his POV, the gas is much more blurry.
Don't do it? No, I think these guys all crossed already or died.
The gas is fully thick right there. Like, you can't even see that player. And then we'll skip ahead. Same thing for this clip up here. You can't even see through the gas. Like, you can't see even a smidge through the gas on his POV. But then we obviously switch back to mine. And very clearly, you can easily see the shadow of this guy in the zone. Boom, run up. And there he is.
And I'm only going to get a few pieces of over an hour of videos that you have to watch to even, get to this point. You guys can always, as per usual, defer from me on your thoughts on this case. Leave your comments down below. I'm not always right about these things, but for me, in my opinion, the worst part of Bad Boy's approach is the fact that he never apologizes. Even in his response video, he continues to further insinuate that ZLaner is a hacker or a cheater. Even after being called out, all he does is pick and point at these arguments that are not the main topic. Even further so, in his response video, one of the first things he does is, instead of apologizing at all, you watch his entire, 27-minute video, not a single apology. In fact, he ends the video by further inciting ZLaner is still a hacker and a cheater, despite what ZLaner proved, that he was manipulating clips and leaving out context of so many things out there. Even further, one of the first things he does in his response video is he calls out ZLaner for one of the smallest things possible, that being ZLaner in his video pulling up comments on Bad Boy's videos, to which Bad Boy is somehow offended that ZLaner is targeting Bad Boy's audience, which is not the case whatsoever, and it's such a meaningless point to bring up. Like, are you playing the victim card? Like, why is this even part of the video?
Let's started going over anything. I'd like to say one thing. ZLaner mentions at the end of his video, his second video, the part 2, that he was receiving death threats, and I want to let it be known that I do not condone that kind of action. Anybody who actually goes out of their way to threaten anybody, especially death threats, due to a video of me expressing my opinion, you're not welcome here. Honestly, you aren't. Guys, I appreciate support. I do. I appreciate the support in what I'm trying to do for the Call of Duty community and gaming community in general. But do not go and threaten anybody. I've said it before months back. When Toupee come out and apologised for using wall hacks, he actually mentioned that he was receiving death threats, and I let it be known back then that I do not condone this type of behaviour. Although it is out of my control what other people do, I do not condone this whatsoever. So ZLaner, for the fact that people have actually come to you and threatened you that way, I do apologise. Now, let's crack on with the video. This is just something I want to address actually before we continue with the video. Okay, I've said I don't condone any form of threats whatsoever. And you know what? ZLaner should be saying the same thing. He states in his video, don't be going to send him threats. However, he's dragging somebody else through the mud based on their opinion, based on a comment, which, by the way, wasn't even left on a video of ZLaner. It was left on one of my videos to do with Aiden. And this guy is a Facebook streamer. And you know what? This guy's entitled to his own opinion. And ZLaner, being a Facebook streamer, should sort of protect his own in that sense, but he doesn't. You know, he's willing to throw somebody else under the bus based on their comment. It may have been because of my reply, but who knows? The fact is, do not go and give Deadeye Dan any trouble. If you want to give anyone trouble, come to me. Come in my comments. That's fine. I made the video. People comment on my videos all the time expressing their opinion.
Like, ZLaner literally showed those comments because Bad Boy responded to those comments. He wasn't necessarily targeting your audience, but he was pulling up because you had responded to them, and you're the guy that's accusing him. I don't know if he's trying to play the pity card, the victim card. He even goes on as well in that video to point out that apparently ZLaner only pulled in Joe or Huskers or Aiden, his big name friends, to actually pull their audiences together, and that way they can all side with ZLaner. No, he pulled them in because those are all other streamers that you have also accused. I don't understand the thought process, and maybe it's the only way that I'm thinking about this, but these guys aren't teaming together and just cheating together. They're coming together because you are the one man that has somehow called out everybody for hacking, and all of these guys are at the tippity top of the game.
Prove anything. And then another from 14:20 up until 15:30. So that's another 1 minute 10 onto the minutes from over there. So it's not that long. And that's addressed 2 of them. Okay. And then we've got the manipulated clip and lack of game knowledge, part 1. Which is, 34 all the way up till 38. So another 4 minutes. So far, that's like 12 minutes, 13 minutes, something like that, altogether, of him addressing clips about him. And then you've got this big section here, which is actually the biggest of the lot in the middle. This one section alone addressing Aiden's clips is from 23 minutes all the way up until 34 minutes. So that's 11 minutes long just on his own, okay? Just addressing Aiden's clips. Nothing to do with ZLaner. Nothing to do with the videos I made about him. So he's trying to pull everything out the bag at this point to try and tarnish my name for expressing my opinion. So I see what he's doing, okay? He's bringing out the big guns. My mates are so-and-so and so-and-so. I've got contacts. I've got friends in high places. That's how it's coming across to me when I look at it. I'm going to use my friends and their followers to defend myself against this small YouTuber. I'm going to bring in all my friends who between us have millions of followers across all of our platforms. And we're going to basically put this small YouTuber in his place where he belongs. Right? I'm not getting put in my place. I express my opinion. You've expressed yours, ZLaner. In this first video, he actually shows his task manager. But what I want to show you something first, okay? From this moment, you see that edit then? So it actually edits itself. Like his editor's actually made this switch over to the gameplay. Okay, you can see his game on his monitor. He's got face cam, hand cam, and monitor cam. That's fine. But it switches over to the game. It doesn't actually show him loading into the game. So anything could have happened between that edit, and that's fine. I honestly don't think the ZLaner cheated in this video whatsoever. And we're going to talk about why. But first, I just want to show you one more thing. So at this point, he actually scrolls through his whole task manager, and I've actually reiterated this on many occasions, that showing task manager proves nothing. And this video I'm going to show you now.
And then he ends his video continually calling out ZLaner, I would say, for even more stringent points than his original accusing video did. It seems like a reach for me, and I do not like the approach. Bad boy, bad guy. I hope you don't think I'm targeting you, but you already lost again, when it comes time for me watching these full videos, you lost me when you cut frames on a clip. You lose all credibility, and for all of you guys who are somehow still watching this, I'm curious what your thoughts are on a case like this, because Bad Boy has put himself in a case. If you guys are Counter-Strike fans, you might know the name Dan M. He used to call out all the big names. I was a part of that community, during the Dan M days. I thought it was comical because I truly never knew if he was being serious or completely trolling, because he was calling out some of the best names in all of Counter-Strike. And he too was under fire all the time, because when you insinuate the best of the best in the game, the top earners who compete all the time and also make content and also stream, that they are cheating without factual factual evidence, you're going to be called out for that. You can do whatever you want for content. I'll keep on watching. I really do enjoy some of the stuff, but if it's done fairly, if it was done fairly, I don't think you'd be under near as much fire as you are now. And your response showcases to me a lack of wherewithal with the situation, especially when you potentially did cut frames, you call that a glitch, you leave out context of clips, and then very lastly, you don't apologize a single time throughout that video, yet you continue to insinuate that these guys are hacking and cheating. To me, you put yourself in some very, very tricky shoes, and those shoes are going to have you being under fire. What you say throughout your entire video, that being bad boy, is just your opinion. Yeah, that's cool. You are welcome to it. But if your opinion is some drastic accusations towards Z or any of these top names, you better expect some sort of backlash down the line. Like, you're not going to call out LeBron James for doping and not get a lot of flack and backlash and people saying, prove it. That's where I come from. I don't mean to get too heated. You know, keep on doing you, bad boy. Z, you keep on doing you as well. Just this situation in particular is certainly a curious one. What do you guys think, huh? Go check out their videos. You want the full picture? Go watch the full things, all right? Until next time, take care. Drink water, drink coffee, all right? Okay, bye.